Popo Luluapo United Church. The Kerema MP Thomas Opa said it is this government's priority to work with local churches to bring spiritual transformation to people's lives. MP Opa presented 10,000 kina cash to the congregation chairman and project coordinator Jesse Koae to meet other church expenses. Members of the sister United Churches in NCD, neighboring Mikafiru and Lelefiru villages came along to celebrate with Luluapo United Church. The Port Moresby General Hospital recorded 25 babies, 16 girls and 9 boys born between 12 midnight and 12 noon on 1st January 2024. Most of the mothers underwent normal delivery except one who underwent cesarean. One mother was assisted with the vacuum process to deliver her child with weight the heaviest at 4.5 kilograms. First-time mother Gino Wahe was overjoyed that her baby boy was born on New Year's Day. She thanked doctors and nurses for the safe delivery of her son. The youngest to give birth was a 15-year-old girl who needed great assistance from midwives and successfully delivered a healthy baby boy. In regional news, many Tasmanians will have spent today recovering from one of the many parties held across the state to welcome in the new year.
Is where thousands chose to spend the final day of 2023. Kids, locals.
Beer's good, yeah. Pretty bloody good, to be honest with you. Would you like some?
And even some international travellers. After a long day of dancing and a cocktail or two, many of those who were able made their way to the banks of the Tamar to watch the early fireworks display. On a summer night worthy of the title, the first fireworks burst over Hobart's River Derwent just after 9:30. Below, the taste of Summer Festival in full swing. Sia giving way to In Excess before ABBA was given the last song of 2023. As another round of fireworks brought in the new year, some did find their man after midnight. In Burnie, the new year was brought in not with fireworks, but by a fleet of drones. Showing off to the crowds gathered on the beach and welcoming in 2024 over Bass Strait. Despite huge crowds at events across the state, it was a relatively boring night for Tasmania Police. A very happy way to start the new year.
An earthquake with preliminary magnitude of 7.5 struck Japan's west coast on Monday at about 4 p.m. local time, with its epicenter on the Noto Peninsula along the Sea of Japan, according to U.S. Geological Survey data. At least 4 people have died after a powerful earthquake struck Japan's west coast on Monday afternoon, officials said. The Japan Meteorological Agency said it measured the quake at a preliminary magnitude at 7.6, adding there had also been more than 100 jolts in the region, including aftershocks. Japanese officials had issued a major tsunami warning for the peninsula and evacuation warnings and surrounding Ishizuoka Prefecture, where the 4 victims were from. Authorities were directing the population to move to higher grounds. Prime Minister Fumi Kisada office issued a statement telling residents to evacuate immediately. While tourism generally dries up during the Northern Territory's wet season, the fishing industry brings an unexpected boom to local businesses.
Like every single season, this is the best comp ever.
Lauren is one of the winners in this season of the $1 Million Fish competition, a tourism initiative from the NT government. At the start of each wet season, 100 tagged barramundi are released into top-end waters, each worth $10,000, with $1 million fish released alongside them. In the 8 years the competition has been running, the $1 million fish has never been caught, but anglers have been guaranteed that will change this year.
We can narrow the scope to make sure that somebody will absolutely be a $1 million winner this year.
The competition is exhilarating for both anglers and businesses alike, last season bringing in $23 million from interstate alone.
It's done wonders for my brother's business, it's done wonders for the rest of the fishing industry, the amount of money that gets spent in all the stores.
Stirred everybody right up, got everyone completely frothing on catching barra, and just added this little element in there that really got people sort of motivated.
And while some fishers will be happy with just one tag, Lauren won't let up until the season is done.
Plan is to get another tag, preferably to get the $1 million.
So while you might have some fierce competition, now is the perfect time to throw a line in the water. You might just win big.
Researchers in Melbourne hope their new discovery could be a game changer in the fight against type 1 diabetes.
Diabetes may no longer need to inject insulin. Researchers from the Baker Heart and Diabetes Institute in Melbourne have figured out that these two drugs used for cancer treatment in the USA can be used to rewire cells in the pancreas to regenerate the cells that create insulin. So type 1 diabetes is an autoimmune disorder where the body attacks and destroys those cells in the pancreas so that the body no longer has any insulin being made. And then type 2 diabetes is when there's an overproduction of insulin to the point where the cells that create it just get completely worn out. So the Baker Institute has published a report in the journal Nature today that shows these two drugs can harness a patient's remaining pancreatic cells to kickstart that insulin production again. And one of the lead authors, Professor Sam L. Oster, says that it can work in about 48 hours after using these drugs. And here's a little of what he had to say about the science.
The breakthrough research harnesses the patient's remaining pancreatic cells to increase the production by using influencing beta cells to modify the course of diabetes and potentially eliminate the need for round-the-clock insulin injections in some people living with type 1 diabetes.
That regeneration component is really important because there are drugs on the market at the moment that people use to help with their diabetes, one of them being Ozempic, but those drugs really just help lower blood glucose. They don't stop or reverse the destruction of those cells that create insulin in the body. The Baker Institute says that the drugs that they have discovered really will basically reverse how diabetes is presented in the body and could be a massive game changer for the 1 in 20 Australians that suffer from diabetes.
Back home, mothers of Ward 8 in Madang Urban LLG are playing their part in the community, joining forces with the youths to combat law and order issues. Their efforts will contribute to the provincial police operation Kisimbek Hangu Panu Sain Habe. Mothers being wary of eviction have come to initiate this under Ward 8 Women's President Solange Akwani. Youths have come out and spoken about the risks involved when carrying out these operations. However, they want to see change. They are calling on authorities to fund this community initiative and to make sure the work is continued throughout the year.
By seeing the law and order problem issues that raised in Mirang province recently. So we mothers have taken, the group has taken the initiative to look into the matter then, because the matter was right in our hands. We, the mothers, were the cause of things that we have led out to this issue. To come up with that, as on the 2nd of December, on the Beethoven, PPC and Governor Ramsey Pariwa, which he announced and he declared and he launched that highlight of the law and order issue in the province, Ward 8. We have seen that if we take the lead in somehow, we'll see we will minimize the problem, or we will eventually catch up with the problem. And as far as we have seen, we have come up to this understanding. So I would like also to thank Governor PPC for the drive in this operation.
The work must still continue. So, mibla golo sampla planti silences. Sampla into community or one bell or mibla work in this work. Sampla am all no one bell. The time mibla go rosimol guest bottle all mangi. Planti am all silence what they mibla. All give him some recent blood. Because this is something mibla survive lem na stuff. So mibla kisimani lem na baim kai kai na. Planti something mibla. So needs bla mibla kisim true lo this is something guest bottle. So bamlo working one em long all. In a government pine samla kan work number na mibla give him all lo.
In sports, 13-year-old Kolita Hakena, Papua New Guinea's leading junior tennis player, is set to embark on a transformative journey. She has clinched a coveted year-long scholarship at the esteemed Lavi Academy in Auckland, New Zealand, through the Oceania Tennis Federation program. Kolita, of mixed Morobe and Bougainvillean parentage, will void farewell to Port Moresby on January 3, 2024, as she joins the OTF-ITF touring team program. This training initiative, aims to provide crucial financial, competitive and educational support, propelling players towards success at the Junior Grand Slam Championship, securing a U.S. National College Athletes Association scholarship, and representing their country or region in prestigious events like the Davis Cup and Billie Jean King Cup. PNG Peppers depart for Hong Kong next week to participate in the Four Nations Series matches. Competition gets underway on January 10th at Kowloon Park Sports Centre, Hong Kong. It ends on the 13th. PNG is one of 4 nations taking part. The other 3 are Hong Kong, Philippines and Brunei. The Peppers have named a team of 12 players, with 4 each in the shooters, mid-court and defender positions. Jeffet Tulapi is team captain. Peppers head coach Ani Iamo has retained bulk of the players from the recently concluded Pacific Games, hoping to finish strong in the 4-day event. Mari Leka and Wendy Lau will debut for the Peppers. The team depart this Sunday, January 7th, and return on the 14th. Port Moresby-based Blue Heelers Rugby Union Club successfully hosted a 2-day rugby nines tournament during the festive period. The concept is the brainchild of former Guria and PNG Rugby League International Ase Boas. The Feast of Rugby started with Rugby Union Sevens last week, followed by a 2-day Rugby League Nines challenge involving teams from Bomana, Precinct and surrounding community. 20 teams took part, including club from Moresby South and Moresby North. Under Ase's leadership and guidance, the concept has been successful in terms of providing an avenue for both rugby union and rugby league talents to expose and showcase their skills. The Blue Heelers Rugby Tournament was supported by various business houses and entities, including the National Gaming Control Board and Lay Biscuit Companies. That wraps up the Midday News Update. Join us for more at 6 p.m.